Howdy everybody, welcome back to the first episode of sort of the end of Stan Clown. This is the sort of final series with Stan that's going to conclude his story because his story arc throughout his life has been unhinged. This man has time traveled all over the place. He was previously in 1998. Then he time traveled to 2004, which is where he is currently. And then before that, he was in the 80s. And then before that, he was, in the 60s and 70s. This man's time traveled all over the place. Because Stan, he was born in 1956. And he's just been time traveling and sort of going all over the place. And during the final episode of The Rise of Stan, he stole a rocket ship from the military base in Sunset Valley. His plan was to just go to a different planet and see what he could find over there. His plans backfired when he was attacked by a UFO and he crash landed. He went through some sort of interdimensional portal that led him to the future in 2004. And he crash landed in a desert town. He doesn't know where he is. He's been here for a couple days. He got saved from the wreckage by a woman in a red dress, but he doesn't know who it was. He doesn't remember their face, but he's now in Strangetown. So it's going to get pretty interesting in this series and see what happens to Stan. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back. So we're continuing the story of Stan Clown. So after everything that happened to him and he launched the rocket ship and got out of Sunset Valley, Stan crash landed. He went through some sort of time portal, and he ended up crash landing in Strangetown. So, yeah, his rocket, he kind of crashed it, and, he got into kind of a space battle with some aliens, and, the aliens shot his ship down, and he landed in Strangetown. So, currently, he is here. He is chilling right now. He doesn't remember very much of the crash, but he remembers being pulled out of the wreckage by a woman in a red dress. He's not sure who, though. Let's get in the car here. We gotta go to work. So he's currently working at the gas station, some nearby gas station he's working at, because, he needed a career. He managed to find himself a house. He had a bit of money left on him because he took some cash with him just in case. And, because he was pretty rich, he was able to buy himself a pretty decent house. So, yeah, currently, he does have quite a bit of body skill because, obviously, remember, he's a pretty active guy. And here we are getting back from the gas station. We got promoted to convenience store clerk. Okay, let's see these stats here. We need a bit of charisma. Okay. So, his current relationships, he knows a couple of people. He's got a couple of friends. He knows Jenny, who was one of the first people he met. Very friendly lady. Johnson Pay, he knew him. He met him. And he met Marion and Vidcom. So, yeah, he knows a couple of people in the town. But he's still pretty unfamiliar with the location and doesn't really have any idea what's going on around here. The carpool should be showing up about now. Look at this carpool, dude. It barely even functions, dude. It barely even functions. Working in the convenience store. Which makes sense, him working in a convenience store. He's in a small town, so there's going to be just some random convenience store in the middle of nowhere. Stan is back. We got to pay the bills, though. The bills have arrived. Promoted to record store clerk. Okay, he's got a new sort of job here. He wants to earn 100,000, which actually makes sense. And he wants to gain a creativity skill point and wants to earn 2,000. So we're going to need a bit of creativity skills as well. So that's something we're going to have to focus on. Not do yoga. This man wouldn't be seen dead doing yoga. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang up on him. It's an alien. Oh my goodness. It's pollination technician, the alien. Stan. Alien. 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 What are you going to tell him? Go. We met the alien. Already we met the town alien. And I love how Stan is just entirely not fazed. He has never once seen an alien, and the only time he has is when he was in a space battle with them fighting a UFO, and he is absolutely unfazed by this alien. Shocking. I guess we'll see what happens with him, pollination technician. But, be friends with this guy, dog here, paid the bills, everything's looking pretty good here. Anybody interested on there? Not really. Say goodbye to pollination technician. See you later, my man. See you later. Okay, so say goodbye to him. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. He does want to earn 2,000 bucks, which we'll lock that in. We spoke to Johnson. Now we're going to head to bed because we do have work at 10 a.m., so I'm going to send him to bed. He's thinking about gold. So this is sort of, it's not his first night because he's been here, for a few days. And I thought there was a dog for a second. There probably will be a dog turning up because that's how this game works. Just dogs randomly turn up in the middle of the night to destroy my property. Okay, Stan is up. I think he has work in a little while, so we'll be working on that. It's time to go. We're out. Record store clerk. We've got pretty much all the stats required for a promotion, so hopefully we can, get that promotion here. There's Jenny. We are back from another day of working. What the heck? You brought a friend home from work, and it's Olive Spectre. Brother, you've been at work for 2 days, and you brought back a serial killer. Let's just say goodbye to her for now. See you later. That's remarkably friendly, considering the fact that you're literally a murderer. So, yeah, that's Olive right there. Okay, he does want to make a friend, though, and he also wants to gain a skill point, so we'll do that. Right now, we're talking to Olive Spectre, the serial killer, over the phone. Okay. It's better than talking to her in person. Probably be risking your life by doing that. Who is online? Jessica. Who is Jessica? Is that Jessica A. Body? Because there's like multiple Jessica A. Bodies in this game. One of them is a burglar in Pleasant View. Another one is a dead sim in Olive's graveyard. And there's another third one that's a townie. So there's 3 Jessica A. Bodies. Yeah, that's the townie Jessica A. Body. So we got work. I do want to head to a community a lot, though. Because you kind of been at the house, just constantly going to work day after day. But, we kind of got to do it. Got 4 friends, though. Got promoted to projectionist. Now, we're going to need one more friend. I'm going to lock in that make a friend one. But what I am going to do is, what? We're probably going to, first we're going to clean up the yard. But then we're going to head out, I think. We're going to head out. We're going to head to a community a lot. Okay, here we are. We have arrived in sort of the center of town. Right here. This is sort of, meeting spot. Oh, look, there's Laszlo Curious. Let's go meet him. So here he is. This is Laszlo here, who I don't know much about him. Really, I know he's just the third brother. I think he has a romantic interest in Crystal Vu, one of the townies in the game. He has a romantic interest in her, which might... Is that Jessica A. Body back there? Yeah, that's Jessica A. Body. She just came out the bathroom in a coat. Okay, I don't know why she's wearing that jacket. We'll go talk to her. What up, Mrs. A. Body? Let's do a joke here. What does she think about a joke? We're going to tell her a joke here. She's kind of got the same hair as Dina Caliente. Okay, we're going to buy a little bit of food here just in case we need it. So, I don't know. I feel like our food supply is probably pretty good, so we probably don't even need it. But, we'll have it there when we, inevitably run out of food. A little bit hungry. We got some toaster pastry here. Should probably get a table as well. This is the setup right now. This is the situation. This is the living situation. We'll put that there. Boom, there we go. We got a little table there. But I'm going to leave this first episode here with Stan. We have made it into Strangetown. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. But I'll see y'all on the next one. Goodbye.